Alright, I have fired up my first solo paper mission against the volunteers, aka council. I am set 2 plus 2 times 6. So these will be level 52s, maybe some level 53s in here. But just sort of a warm-up mission here with Charme in order to see, uh, kind of shake off the rest, see how she does, show you guys some of the basic strategies that I'm going to use with this particular combo set. I haven't run Psyblast, I don't think, in any of my other player characters so far, so that'll be some new stuff. But you've seen me use Pain Domination before, and you've seen me use Psychic Mastery for Corruptors before, so that won't be anything different. So, in other words, one of my big, easy openers with a Corruptor with Psychic Mastery is Mass Hypnosis. Auto hits. You're going to sleep lieutenants, I think, and minions, no problem. And bosses, no. However, I do have the partial core control here, so that will boost my magnitude +1. So I can, I believe, hold bosses as well. And I'm pretty sure the chance to heal proc does not aggro, but we'll double check that in a second, because sometimes if you, I think it's only debuff and damage procs will, aggro. I don't think self-buff ones do, but we'll see. All right, so there you go. That is the situation that I'm about to go. So I'm going to open up with this Mass Hypnosis. I'm then probably going to book it in there and start annihilating with the PBOEs. Anguishing Cry will probably be a good opener here. And we'll shift it over here. Open with that, just go bang, bang, dead, dead. I can then back off, use my cones or single targets, depending on what the heck is left alive in this group. Alright, I see some Mezzers in there with the stupid vampires. They have Sleep and I think maybe Dominate. And then the Galaxies have Immobilize. So I'm going to also click Clarion, just so I don't get mezzed and slept and everything else as soon as I go in there. Alright, so let me go ahead and open this up. Go, and I also have my Mighty Leap activated, so that toggles open takeoff, which I can use as a foot stomp type of power. Alright, let's do this. Buff. Sign that. Open up my inspirations. Just eat one of these in case. Open up with the sleep. And going to say, got a bunch of them slept. Oh, it did. Check it out. It did aggro, guys. That is interesting. So, note to self. Your sleep, if you put the self-heal in it, will aggro. So that might not be a good place for that power. For that set. Alright. Interesting. There's another sleep set I think that has a minus to hit debuff in it. I'll have to go look at that. That might be a nice alternative. Well, at least I was expecting it to maybe not work. So, alright, now I'm going to open with Cynado to knock him up. Oh, I got a whole shit bunch of guys here. Guys are playing for keeps. I think it was like 2 groups. I love Cynado, but the animation, that wind-up is huge. See if I can get that knockback to trigger with Will Domination. Nope. One problem with Psy is the weakness against robots. So those war cries are hard to take down with it. Well, now that I know I can aggro with that shit, I might just go in there a lot quicker than normally. by the way, this is no, I've said this before, this is not designed to be some solo goddess, so you're going to see me take a lot of damage. I'm not built for sticking in there and kicking ass like some solo like blaster or something like that. So more in the line of team. Where did that stupid wolf go? And if I can make this jump, that'd be great. And again, we've got the ever-running council. Love it. Just can't get enough of that, guys. All right, this floor is not floor, but this room. Jesus, I cannot maneuver my character today. Area is clear. Let's head down here, and yet again, I'm going to complain about the overwhelming particle effects here on that World Confusion. Again, yes, it's partially my fault because I'm using a darker color palette, but it's just so foggy, like you're looking through a Ziploc baggie or something. I wish that was toned down. Maybe just go with the solid ring and some little percolating bubbles or something. That'd be a nice little QA or QOA. Okay, let's see, go in here. I mean, generally speaking, she'll take that initial hit, but be fine. So I'll use my placate on this guy. There he is actually placated, it didn't proc. But I do like the KB in... I think I have it Will Domination. Or no, not Will Domination, it's in Scrambled Minds, because between that and TK Blast, you can double knock back if you get the proc to fire. It's kind of funny. Wow. She is taking some hits, you guys. Might need to kind of open with a few more controls next time. I didn't eat as many Skittles as I should have, but I was trying to test it, see if I don't need that many. I hate to have to every fight open with, 3 Skittles. Alright, this level is clear. Let me go ahead and move on upstairs. Just need to find a glowy and then we're done. Got these are 53s, so a little bit more serious. Go ahead and make another purple. Eat that. Eat that. I don't need blues at all. Eat that. Let me see if I can... Mighty Knight. Okay. Let's do a Cynado attack. Oh, great. Come on, guys. Give me the frickin' power. Yep. One hold. That's all it takes. It's a good thing with knockbacks is bosses are not going to be immune to that. So I can get this guy off me. Placate him. See if it does anything. There's the KB proc that I was talking about. That fear is pretty strong. So I one-shot feared him. He might have had the mag 1 proc from hybrid too. So I really don't know what the best opener is here. Obviously, Pass Hypnosis can do that. I then come in here and then hopefully survive the alpha. That guy off me. Get him off me. Well, the placate is nice when you need to like single target get somebody off you. Of course, with the damage proc, it does aggro, so it's sort of, you know, might be stupid to put that in there, but said I was mostly just trying to see what it would do. Does it turn it into a pseudo damage power of some use? Is that better than a single target placate? I don't know. That's why we do these tests. Let's see what we got here. Let me get another purple ready. Video going. Just fire a bunch of range shit first and see what happens. There you go, a little knockback proc. Knock him back again. I'm about to take a big hit. She's really strong against just single target stuff. She's got so many options for controls. Oh crap. Okay, that's not what I want to do. Do not want to aggro. Let's see, are they still coming? Nope. I don't know if the council were made to run and flee more with their AI in order to try to trigger that sort of thing, though. Accidental aggroing. I'll knock back again with that proc. So you go, on a single target, you placate them, you can fear them, you can sleep them, you can stun them, you can hold them, you can knock them back. All kinds of fun little options. And the other thing I think that is not to be overlooked is that even though you're only doing, you know, one of this or one of that, it's good on teams when you're, you know, stacking up with some controller or whatever that's throwing out higher mag stuff, because then you're suddenly able to help them get containment on bosses and such. Let's try this. Having some of this other damage is nice for the side limits against robots, so having some of that smashing damage from TK is good, or just some of the damage procs give you some options. Wall of Force has, I think it's smashing as well. God, this guy can stop punching me already. He's feared. He's a fearing me. So yeah, you've got some stun, you got some hold, you got some immobilize. Stacked it up with a controller, or even if it's another Corruptor or Blaster or something like that, makes control for the whole team a lot easier. So you yourself might not be doing a whole ton of control, but you chip in. Because I'm getting control at the same time as I'm blasting for damage, so it's a 2-for-1. Alright, I gotta find some neural scram. I'm having a hell of a time moving. Find this neural scrambler. Pull some guys down here. There's a bunch of people standing in one group together. I didn't like the spread of those guys to just charge up there. Just without having a lot of defense. A little too risque. I was hoping that confuse would kick in. When against small numbers of targets, 3-4 guys, you can scatter your controls enough to make them irrelevant. So here's someone's crap out of the way. Knock the boss flying. Some of these powers have a slow travel time, so you can double hit somebody. The advantage of that is it kind of lets you reposition yourself while something is flying through the air before it actually aggroes. So you can shoot something, run and reposition yourself, and by the time it hits and aggroes, you've already, or you're no longer where you were. You could be diving in at that point to hit them again with something else, like let's say a second control power, like you're going after a boss. Where did I miss you? Oh, they're up there. Okay. So I guess I would call this like a control light build. So right there's a good example of, you get in there, you soften them up, your World of Confusion proc hits, boom, they're all confused, and before they can even recover from that, you just murdered them. So I'm saying if you're fighting 3, 4 guys at a time, it's not a problem. You got ×8, that's a bit trickier. So I'm not super confident with the +3 ×8. I'm pretty sure she'll probably have a death at least in there, so we'll see what happens. But that's the point of the testing, to show you guys strengths and weaknesses of these builds. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to tell you, oh yeah, this is the best build you've ever seen. Just, spend a billion influence on this. You'll see for yourself, be able to judge for yourself what you like, what you don't like. All right, let me go ahead and pull up the next mission. By the way, this is what you have to do, especially on red side. It's hard to get council paper missions. Unlike blue side, it's much easier to get a blue council radio. There we go. That was actually pretty short. Usually it takes me like 6, 8 attempts. Let's go over here. Through lovely Grandville. All right, everything's looking good. Pop in here. So I'm going to record this one. Ah, shit. Of course, I forgot to, guess what? Turn it to +3 ×8. So, let me actually pause the vid because this is going to take me a little bit of messing around because it's not just going to reset like it should. Like you should be able to do, well, maybe it'll work. Hold on. Let's try this. If I go, make sure I'm soloing bosses, yes. Then we're going to team size ×8. I'm going to go adjust level +3. I'm going to have to cancel this mission, I believe. Let's see if I do this. Mission, select something else. Abandon the one in progress, yes. Now that should let me reset this paper mission, but it doesn't. It never does. So I'm just going to abandon it and grab a new paper mission with the council. I'll do Archon Masuta. Select, there we go. New door. Let's go to that one. Fun of mission resets, right? Yeah, like once you enter a map and it spawns, even if you go out, quit the mission, abandon the mission, whatever, and then go back in, it still has locked in the original spawn. I don't know why, but it just does. Probably to prevent some sort of cheating. I don't know. Okay. I don't even know if I have any stealth. Let me check to see if I have something like that slotted in. Sprint might be where I would put it. And yes, so I do have unboundedly stealth in sprint, so I am stealthy. There we go. There's the 53s we were looking for. All right, eat one of these. I think I might just go ahead and grab my sears, get them out. Yes, I guess it's cheating, but I just seen all the damage I took already. I'm not sure if I run into a patch of 54s how well that's going to go. Let's see if we can do this. Plus, it can kind of help me showcase some buffing. All right, there's my ass kicker ones. Let me buff her up. He doesn't know what to do. Now, see if I have somebody to buff and it's taking some of the alpha soak. I can just sit back and fire these single target things. I like Seekers or Seers. Oh, they're a little bit pissy. Holy shit, dude. They're gonna get me freaking killed. What the frick? I turn for a second to look to buff and I get effing murdered. Sheep. Wow, I didn't even see myself getting killed. I sat there, okay, I'm looking at my pet window to see the Sierra on the buff because I saw she got pinned in the corner. I'm like, all right, I don't want her to get murdered. And bang, dead. I don't know if that'll hit me though. I can look at this. What was it? What did all the damn huge damage to me? Finer, ops. I feel like I took one massive hit from anything. I'll have to watch the video because that was. I seem to go from 0 to dead in seconds. All right, well, them's the breaks. All right, let me go and I'll be right back. Let me pause this. Okay, early analysis. I think it's safe to say this is not a good solo build. With that one, I summoned the pet, and they started attacking, so they aggroed before I was ready. I then was trying to buff the pets. I'm looking towards where I've got my, my pet window up here, and I didn't even see myself dying dead until I'm like, why is my enforced morale not clicking? I'm like clicking on it, it's not working, and all of a sudden I'm just dead. So I have to go back and watch the video and see exactly what the hell killed me. Because I've run into this too, playing against these council on these solo. There's something, I swear these galaxies maybe, they're just hitting you like a freaking freight train sometimes. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was that Archon. Somebody lit me up, I'm sure. But I did not notice it while I was in the actual combat. So something bad. Alright, let's do this. So let's go back to our solo mode here. Okay. It also might have been sort of the pet effect, where you summon some pets and you immediately think, "Oh yeah, there's God mode, I'm good," and you sort of get sloppy. Could have been the other thing that happened to me. I know what you're saying. Excuses, dude. Excuses. I swear, it's never happened before. It's a very crowded room. So let me pull a couple guys out first. There they come. They are pissed. There we are. Still got 54s in here to play with. Let's just get in there and try to jack up somebody. I'm going to keep using my range cones to slug these guys back there. So I get my PBOEs up on these guys. There we go. Should be the nuke that I needed. So one thing you can do with your cones, if you were watching that, I target not the guys in front of me because I'm only going to hit a couple of them. I target the guys far away, so I'm cutting through the guys that are standing right next to me at the same time as I'm blasting the guys at distance, so I can end up hitting more targets that way. But it also keeps those range guys from just shredding the crap out of you. Give them something to think about. Okay, a little bit slower, steadier. I think she's got this. Be a little bit more methodical. Some characters you just go in there and stomp the whole damn place. But sometimes you gotta be gentle, methodical, thoughtful, contemplative. Miss some of these sears again just to see if they get me into trouble or not. I'm going to focus more on offense, and they're sort of on their own. Buff them once. Not going to bother trying to mid-fight buff them. We're out of sleep. Throw this in here. Okay. So another example of a wounded vampire who just stands around and does nothing. I'm gonna do a little Pop-O-Matic sleep on this group. Jump up. So if I did aggro, I've got line of sight blocked. Same thing with this. Archon off me. Archon is running for it. Go. That should be the last group. Yeah, I'm going to kind of do the Pop-O-Matic on these guys. Hope that worked the way I wanted it to. Does not look like it did. These guys are just punching through my defense, which is non-existent anyway. Yeah, this character should not solo with this build at all. Hopefully you'll see a big difference when I get on a team. Come on, girls. Kill some of them then. Don't run. I mean, he was all badass when I had my back turned. Interesting. Placate sort of froze him in his tracks. That could be an interesting little control if it creates that animation of rethinking your life. 53s. Trying to get some positional tricks in. It's not working the way I wanted it. Like you could jump in, hit your nuke, for instance, and jump out before it actually activates. It's just not working for me. Yeah, see, those freaking guys hurt. Those Archons? The Galaxies? The hell they took in their coffee this morning, but it is bad. Alright. Let me regroup for a second. Shit, that's not good. Right, they're too scattered, and I'm not getting any focus on them. Hold on. And that all started because I missed that jump in, jump out move. Blew my load there without actually hitting many guys. Those Galaxy Archons, they're just freaking murdering. Let's get rid of this guy quick. Close. There we go. Now. Go. Took a little bit, but he's down. Should be the last guy that I have to take out. Yep, there we go. All right. So again, this is not a solo-friendly build. It's not. It's got a lot of little weird controls, nothing, overpowering that's gonna, lock down an entire group. You have the opening mass hypnosis, which is nice. But after that, they're awake and you have nothing else in your toolkit that's really going to lock down a big group. You do have some decent nuke damage with, Anguishing Cry, Psychic Wail. Cynado's great, except that the animation takes so long to knock them up. So they're like blasting the crap out of you before they're actually affected by that damage. So that's sort of a weakness of it. So really, if your nukes there are down, and you've woken up everything that you had slept, at that point it's just you and a bunch of single target attacks with some light control, some proc stuff against, like you saw, if I missed with a nuke and I had to take on 10 guys, or there was two groups clogged together, I didn't have enough control to handle it. So this is a much more, if you are going to solo, I think you're going to have to lower your target numbers. Go like, I think times 5 or 6 is probably fine. But times 8 plus 3, that's just asking for it. I don't think I did. No, I died on the last mission. I don't think I did. Or whatever, I died once. But anyway, is it worth trying to get a few extra XP per mob? No, you might as well lower your target number. I think you can handle the plus 3s. You probably handle the plus 4s. It's just that too many targets at once makes it a tough challenge. And you really have no self-defense other than you got some heal. You got a little bit of damage resistance, but to limited types. And then you got your World of Confusion, which requires you to be in dangerous melee range. So I think this will showcase itself a lot better in a team setting where I can apply my buffs and be buff boy or buff girl, or I can throw out the extra damage that's needed, or I can add up the controls in combination with some controller, dominator, blast, or something like that. All right, I'm gonna cut this video here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the team run and see if my predictions are correct. All right, I shall return.